So who am I speaking with?
Paul Greenberg. I'm the president, or actually the managing principal of the 56 Group. I'm the author of CRM Speed of Light. I'm the chairman of this conference, at least the CRM part of it, and pretty well known in the CRM world.
Well, that's why this camera is focused on you. So here's my big question. SMBs and CRM, do you believe that they're being hesitant about jumping on CRM, or are they jumping in, and why the case either way, in your opinion?
I think they're beginning to jump in now. Okay, if you'd asked me that question 3 years ago, I would have told you they were extremely hesitant. But they're recognizing a few things. Number one, that there are ways that they can acquire customers in an increasingly competitive world for them. Two is they can actually compete with larger companies now, where in the past they couldn't because of a multiplicity of reasons. Among them, shipment is a lot cheaper than it used to be, so they can get goods and things out. They have a web presence that is pretty much levels, at least in part, a playing field with the large companies. They can produce products in a less expensive way than ever. They have access to customers where they didn't in the past via the web, and also even in traditional brick and mortar senses, customers are still coming out even in the middle of a recession. So you're seeing all kinds of factors that are making them at least seriously interested in minimally looking at the operational sides of their business, so they'll implement something like Salesforce automation to track opportunities and the like. Or I'd like to say optimally, but it really isn't optimal, it's more maximum, they're going to look at social CRM, meaning they're not only going to look at the operational side, but they're also going to look at how to integrate social channels like Twitter and Facebook into their thinking, and then from that standpoint, planning programs to actually interact with potential customers on those external channels, which is more typical of small business than, say, an internal community or something like that.
Do you have a rationale of why it's more aggressive today than 3 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the need for it is more obvious because there's fighting for customers. I mean, that's the other side. Think about this. If you look at CRM industry as a whole, in the recession, CRM still kept gaining. In other words, it was an industry that wasn't losing money. It didn't actually reduce its revenue or income. It increased it. All right, so small business is recognizing the same thing that the industry as a whole recognized, which is, we got to fight harder for customers than ever before. Consequently, they're saying, what are the things that help me do that? Not just to retain our existing customer base, but to expand our customers. And because we have a wider base of customers than we have in the future, same time we've got to mine that base to find out who's really a customer and who's just somebody talking kind of friendly about things we do. So we need the tools, we need the processes, we need the programs, we need the strategies, we need all these things to actually figure out how to do that. Plus, we have to manage all these things too. We've got 500 customers, which, in the old days we could manage 100 maybe off the top of our head or on an Excel spreadsheet, but we're getting up there. We're getting more customers. Consequently, we have to start figuring out ways to handle larger volumes. And again, because opportunity is there, with 3-4 years ago, some of them were struggling just to stay alive. And when I say just, they didn't have any income or any budget or anything. Now they have some money. And the other thing that's happening from a technology standpoint, there's a multiplicity of products out there that actually are built for small business, like a lot. I'll give you an example. We're doing a CRM Idol competition right now. And we have 60 companies from the Americas and EMEA, all of whom are small business. The vast majority of them, interestingly enough, cater to small business. They're all small businesses themselves. All of them have to be just to be in the competition. But they cater to small business as their target market. Not all of them do, but the bulk of them do. Some of them are enterprise. But that's what I mean.
That's very different than was the case in the past with CRM. I mean, most weren't they, medium to enterprise, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still that's still where the need still tends to manifest itself, except that at the level of the Fortune 1000 or so, we're kind of approaching saturation. Not on the social CRM side, but on the hard traditional CRM. Most of them have CRM systems, and they're in the maintenance and update and upgrade stage right now. Now, do all of them have it? No. Do the bulk of them understand the need for it? Yes. But there's, hundreds of thousands of small businesses out there. They're also an increasing target market for the industry, which has got to have a market, a fresh meat, basically.